Hello everyone, thanks so much for joining in. If you clicked on my video, I appreciate you so much. This is actually my first YouTube video. I've been wanting to make this video for so long, or basically just start this channel for so long. But with my type A kind of personality, I've been waiting on the perfect time, trying to find the perfect name, trying to find the perfect topics. But I just said today, we're just gonna go with it. And going forward into 2026, I'm hoping that I could be more spontaneous. Maybe just kind of start, making vlogs to where I don't plan so much and just kind of go with it. But I'm gonna first start off this video with the Booktube Newbie Tag. So my channel is primarily going to probably be about more books and reviews and those kind of things. I also like journaling. I like creating stuff like making traveler's notebooks, decorating hats, I reupholster furniture. So, I'm working on making my little library for my front yard. So it's a few things I'm gonna be working on that I'm gonna try and post and record and all those kind of good things. But I'm gonna go ahead and start it off and kick it off doing the newbie tag. So these are just questions that I kind of put up on YouTube, saw some videos that were being recorded, kind of jotted down the questions. And so if you see me looking down, I've got it on my my computer. So I'm going to start off by saying, let's see, why did you start this BookTube channel? Because I just love books. I love books. I love reading. I had my children pretty young in age, so within those times, I kind of spent a lot of time reading to them and children's books and all that kind of stuff. But I think as an adult, what kind of started me into like reading, and it's actually probably a children's book or a teen book, but it's called The Slave Dancer. So when I tell you this actually, I feel like began my love at a young, early 20s, love of reading. And this book is about a young white guy basically, I think he was 12 years old, if I can remember, it's been a long time ago, 12 or 13 years old. He actually was brought onto a slave boat to play his instrument, some kind of horn instrument. And what he would do, it was like exercise for the slaves while they were on the boats. But it kind of goes through that. So it's kind of like a historical fiction kind of book. It's quite, I think, sad and touching, but it kind of just looked at the fact of this little boy was hired in. Well, he wasn't even hired in. He was basically treated like an underclass as well. But he was basically made to play these songs for the slaves while they were on the boat, and it was their form of exercise. So real short read. It's only 127 pages, so real easy book to read. But this kind of like sparked me. It kind of took me into a world. I love to go into different worlds. I read all kinds of books. Like I love mystery. I love good problem solving. But also I've kind of started getting into romance this year. That is huge for me. And of course, historical fiction, biographies, those kind of things. I do love those things too, but my main thing is mystery. I love mystery. I love vampires. I found out this year, I've started reading a couple Black vampire books. Love those. Next question. What are some unique or fun things you can bring to YouTube? I don't know if I'll bring anything new and unique, but like I said, I do like to do a bunch of other things besides just reading. So, I'm just going to see how that goes and where we go with that. The next question is, what are you most excited about for this new channel? Gosh, I'm just excited about, when I watch the YouTube videos about, the books and stuff like that, I have inside like feelings that I want to kind of put out there, So it's kind of hard to be able to just type it up. So I don't do a lot of comments, but I want to start doing comments. But to be able to express the videos, like when I see different YouTubers commenting and talking about those books, like it's going to feel good to be actually like almost in a virtual book club. So I'm excited about that. Who are you? So I am a registered nurse by trade. I've been doing that for several years, but right now I am working with individuals who are actually going to the homes and those kind of things. So I don't work technically full-time anymore. So I have a lot more time to read and travel and just enjoy life. And I am loving that. I've been doing that for the majority of this year, and I have really enjoyed it. I am a mother. I've got 3 daughters. I'm married. I've got a husband. So I'm a daughter, all the things. Let's see. Why do you love reading? I love reading. I kind of tapped on that because I just love going into the different worlds. I love world building, and just basically kind of fit, if I'm having a real serious, stressful day, being able to read a book that's maybe meaningless to me, but just be able to go into, a book that's more happy or that's more mystery, to where I can be solving a problem to where I'm not stressed. It's reading can take you anywhere you want it to take you. And I'm really into that. So I'm an emotional kind of reader. So whatever I feel like reading is what I feel like reading. If I feel like I need something lighter, then I'll find something that's lighter. And if it ain't lighter, I'll put it down until I'm ready to read that. But that's pretty much why I love reading. What book or series got you into reading? I think I already said that. It was a Slave Dancer. Let's see. And that's by Paula Fox. Let's see. What are your favorite genres to read? So I said that already, I think. And I'm looking over here because my book shelf is over here. I would say thrillers, mystery, any kind of case solving. Those are probably my favorite. I don't too much care for, I'll still read them though, the kind that's predictable. Frida McFadden, I love her books, but it's almost like, not that you're going to probably solve it exactly, but the themes of her books are her writing is the same. I do like her writing, but I love other books too. I love other books, and some of those I'll kind of share as we go. Let's see, where do I read? Typically I read in my bed. So usually when the day kind of slows down, and I have 3 dogs, so once I kind of get them situated and settled, because they're like children, and my day kind of quiets down, I usually like to read in my bed. And also, at different times, depending on the weather, I do go to the park. I like to go to the park. Sometimes I just sit in the car if I don't get out and just read. Crack my window or let my windows down and just read, at the park, or even on my back porch, depending on the weather. Trying to get to where I'm reading more in this chair, and propping my feet up on the ottoman, just kind of relaxing in that area. But if my dogs are around, depending on what time of day, then they may not allow me to do that peacefully. But that's what I do like. Let's see, what kind of questions would you ask your favorite YouTubers? I would probably ask, what got you into reading? And what series, because I don't do a whole bunch of series books that are longer than maybe 3 books, maybe. So what, if you have read a series book, what series book was that you read, and what made you continue to read those? Was it just because you wanted to finish a series, or was it that great that you wanted to finish it? Because if it was that great, please let me know, because I would like to start there too. I think that's all the questions that I had for the newbie tag. If there's any questions or comments you got, please put them below. Let me know, and I will talk to you guys later. Thank you again for tuning in.